ushindi kwa ukombozi wetu. Tujitoe wenyewe, tusimame pamoja kulinda uhuru na umoja wetu. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote, tuimbe pamoja, kuenzi shikamano hatima yetu. Tujitoe wenyewe kupambana pamoja, uhuru na umoja vitawale. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote na tujibidishe kutoa kilicho bora kwa Afrika, chimbuko la wanadamu, chemchemi ya utamaduni, tumaini letu wakati wa mafarakano. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima.
Tuifanye Africa mti wa uzima. Let us make Africa the tree of life. This is Katom Kasa for Human TV Africa. This is Human TV Africa. We are a registered NGO, registered to do media work in the world, not only in Africa, in the world. Our Facebook handle, our YouTube handle is right there on the screen. It is Humanist TV Africa. Why not join us? We have a TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and of course we are having a website which is also right there. Our website is right there, and of course our email is right there. You can contact us through info@humanstvafrica.com. Our WhatsApp number is right there, and of course our website is www.humanstvafrica.com. You can look for us and you can get us. This is Humans TV Africa, and we are here to empower each other, to learn from you as you learn from us, and of course to change the narrative about the way things are done. We don't do things the usual way. We do things the extraordinary way. We give you news that people don't bring to you. We cover stories that you don't get, and we talk about subjects that you don't hear elsewhere. We are progressives. We are humans, and we are scientifically oriented. Today, we are interested in issues of human rights, and we're going to be talking about Gaza. This is episode 3, Human Rights Watch, why the war in Gaza is a genocide. Why the war on Gaza is a genocide. This is episode 3. My name is Katom Kasam. I'm a lawyer by training, and of course I want to handle issues of war and issues of genocide from a legal perspective. Now, as a lawyer, I've told you in my previous discussions that genocides are generally mass killings, indiscriminate killings, targeting a specific people in a specific area. They can be a tribe. You go for a tribe. You go for a clan. You go for a race, people because of their skin color. You go for a people because of their religion. You go for people because of their faith, their traditions, and you systematically kill them. You don't allow them to run away. You provide them with no water, no medication, no safety measures at all. You kill them right in the place where they are. The easiest example you can remember is the 100-day genocide in Rwanda in 1994. That was a genocide. For 100 days, the Hutus killed Tutsis in Rwanda, and over 1 million Tutsis were killed by the Hutus in only 100 days. That is a genocide. You target a people in a specific area, and you look for specific people and you kill them. Now, what is happening in Gaza is exactly what has been happening in other genocides. You target a people because they are Arabs. You target a people because they are Muslims. You target people because they are specifically staying in a specific area. And you don't care whether they are children. You don't care whether they are women, whether they are pregnant, whether they are sick, whether they are invalid. You kill them systematically. That is a genocide. The war in Gaza, the conflict in Gaza, the bombing, the killing in Gaza is a genocide. Why? Because you are targeting a particular people who are Arabs in that area, who are Palestinians. You are targeting a particular people who are, by virtue of their settling there, citizens of Palestine, citizens of Gaza. You are targeting the people because of their faith, because they are Muslims, and because they are Arabs. I've been repeating that. Take it the way you want. That the war on the people of Gaza is because they are occupying an area, because they are Muslims, and because they are Arabs, and you are committing a genocide. Whoever is supporting IDF to continue killing the people in Gaza, you are supporting a genocide. Legally, I'm telling you that it may take years, but the law will catch up with you. If the law works, if the International Criminal Court of Justice works, it will one day catch up with the perpetrators of the war in Gaza. Whoever is selling arms to IDF, whoever is giving them money to go and kill Arabs, to go and kill Muslims, to go and kill Palestinians, the people in Gaza that are being killed as if they are so much worthless, that are not being allowed food, not being allowed medication, not being allowed to even escape. Because as they try to run away, you still bomb them, you still shoot them. You have cordoned them off, you have put them in a specific area, and you are killing them indiscriminately. Now, I have defined a genocide. And I've told you that lawyers will agree with me that what is happening in Gaza clearly fits within the definition of a genocide. Now, today I'm going to showcase to you what's happening in Gaza, but also I'll take you in the history of that area. I'll show you some of the maps of that area. I'll show you that the Arabs, Palestinians, have been in that place for so many years, and they are rightfully there. And therefore wrong for you to attack them and kill them in the guise of looking for Hamas. Looking for Hamas, which is a terrorist group, is not an excuse to cause another terror to any innocent people in Gaza. Let's have a look at these videos to illustrate my point that the war in Gaza, the war on the people of Gaza, is a genocide. Have a look.
Rising fear. Gaza's southern city on the Egyptian border, typically home to fewer than 300,000. There's now 5 times that crammed in here. Palestinians fleeing Israel's attack on Hamas militants. Now they're being told to run again. Netanyahu and his government of war, says this man. They threaten to invade Rafah. Where do we go? In a statement, Israel's Prime Minister says it's impossible to achieve the goal of eliminating Hamas by leaving 4 Hamas battalions in Rafah. Civilians must evacuate the areas of combat, while the Israeli military comes up with a combined plan to achieve the mass evacuation and destroy the last remaining Hamas stronghold. We're afraid, she says. Where do we go? Humanitarian agencies and others asking the same question, as just about the last part of Gaza spared Israel's offensive so far braces.
Welcome back, all.
The US President today meeting Germany's Chancellor, Joe Biden more focused on his own Congress and its fight over Ukraine funding.
Not to support Ukraine is close to criminal neglect. It is outrageous.
But just yesterday, he called Israel's conduct in Gaza
Over the top.
In the United States, Tim Lester, 7 News.
Flights, particularly from bombing raids by Israeli F-16s and supply flights by the U.S. flying ammunition and other materials over to Israel for use in Gaza, represent the primary kind of carbon costs of the direct phase of the conflict over the first 60 days. Very tiniest fraction that we looked at were the Qassam rockets that Hamas fired back to Israel in the first 60 days, which represent about 1% of total emissions. Look at the carbon emissions from other conflicts on a proportional basis. We think that this is as much as 5 to 8 times lower than the actual emissions once we account for the entire supply chain of producing all of the materials that go into destroying Gaza. In the first 60 days of the conflict, around 100,000 structures destroyed or severely damaged. That will entail massive climate impacts, particularly if using concrete architecture, on the order of magnitude of the same amount of emissions that the country of New Zealand puts out annually. So the immediate climate impacts are maybe less severe, but the long-range impacts are what's really troubling here. There's questions of toxic exposures. We know that following U.S. bombing campaigns in Fallujah during the occupation of Iraq caused a significant rise in various kinds of cancer that Palestinians will now be facing after having endured a much more intense bombing campaign than the U.S. ever unleashed on Fallujah. Carbon emissions are not the most important reason to be demanding an immediate, permanent, durable, just ceasefire, but they are another reason that that we think, particularly folks who are concerned with the climate, who maybe have not thought seriously about the long-term environmental ramifications of this war, maybe this is a way for them to help understand why it's so important to have an immediate ceasefire.
You have clearly seen it's a genocide in Gaza. Just those 2 videos shows you who is funding the war in Gaza and how disastrous the bombs are to the people and to the environment in Gaza. The bombs dropped on Gaza will have an effect that is going to affect the people in Gaza for hundreds of years. The effects of those bombs on the soils, on the environment, on the people, it's going to affect the health of the people for hundreds of years. Now, if you are supporting IDF to continue killing Arabs in Gaza, If you're supporting IDF to continue killing Muslims in Gaza, if you're supporting IDF to continue killing young people, babies, women, the invalids, the old, the sick, destroy hospitals in Gaza, you are supporting terrorism. You are supporting a genocide. Let us look at these slides prepared to illustrate why it is important not to support anyone killing another person for whatever reason. The images, please. We are going to look at the images. They're going to be running very fast. You're going to be seeing the statistics. You're going to be seeing, of course, that's the map of unity. We are saying, can't we unite the Jews, the Israelis, with the Palestinians? After all, they are cousins, they are brothers, they are sisters. Can we have one map that joins these people together? A two-state solution. Can it work? Please let us be much faster with the images. Yes. Now I'm showing you this map of the old Israel and of course the new Israel. Now you see where Jerusalem is, you see where West Bank is, Lebanon is, and of course Israel is, and the neighborhood. Now this is the Israel you're talking about. Not so big, but again, part of the place. Now, this map here shows you who are the Semites, because I've heard about the anti-Semitic people. Who are the Semites? People normally say, oh, when you talk about these things, you are anti-Semitic. No. Who are the true Semites? The Jews, people in Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Eritrea, Sudan, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Southern Sudan, Somalia, and the kingdom of Aksum, and others. These were people that were also Semitic. So being Semitic is not entirely true that it is only for the Jews. There are other people who are Semitic too. So it's not something that when we talk about these things, we are anti-Semitic. No. Even Arabs actually are Semitic people. Now, this map is one of the oldest maps I've brought to show you where Israel was and who were the neighbors of Israel 2,000 years ago. Nineveh, Babylon, Assyrians, kingdoms that actually surrounded Israel. It shows you that the Palestinians have been in that place for as long as time can recall. The Palestinians, people in Gaza, have been in that place for as long as time can put us back. And they existed clearly with the Jews. So why the conflict today? I've brought you maps of 2,000 years ago to show you how Israel was 2,000 years ago and who were the kingdoms there. Ammon, Gilead, Samaria. What were the kingdoms of Israel? Judea, and others. So how did these kingdoms evolve to be the people we see today? Where were the Palestinians before? What was their kingdom? I'm trying to show you a history to justify that people in Palestine are rightfully there. That is their land. That is their place. Now I'm showing you this map, this bar graph, to show you the percentage of Muslim populations by country. Look at these countries and look at Israel and see how many Muslims are in Israel. Only 18%. How many Muslims are in India? 14%. How many Muslims are in France? 8%. How about Belgium? 7%. Sweden? 7%. German? 5%. Denmark? 5%. Switzerland? 5%. Canada? 4%. Italy? 4%. UK? 3%. And USA? Only 1%. Only 1% are Muslims living in the USA. Now, by juxtaposition, think about the number of Muslims in Palestine vis-a-vis other religions. So when I'm saying you are targeting Muslims in Gaza, I know what I'm talking about. When you are sponsoring a war in Gaza, you are targeting people because of their faith, because you think you are not part of them. And I justify my illustration, my assertion, my statement by showing you this map that you are targeting a people in Gaza because they are Muslims and you are not. So by virtue of being worshippers of Allah, by virtue of being Arabs, you think they don't matter. And I'm here to remind you that the people in Gaza basically matter, just like all of us. They need to be spared. Look at the children crying. Mother is dead. They don't know what to do. Show us more images. Faster, please. Faster, please. Faster, please, if you can. Now, these are images of people protesting all over the world, stopping cargoes, taking goods to Israel, and stopping trade. They are tired. People are saying all over the world that stop the war in Gaza, stop the conflict in Gaza. We are tired of seeing people dying in Gaza. People are revolting. People are protesting in many countries, including the UK, including the US. Gaza's healthcare system is already struggling, and it has now reached a catastrophic low point. So many sick people, over 60,000 sick people in Gaza, injured people in Gaza, and over 26,000 people already dead. Already dead. So why do we promote this war? This is a genocide. And whoever speaks about it is silenced. Facebook will silence them, Twitter, whatever. They have bought the media, they have compromised the media. Whoever speaks in favor of people in Palestine is compromised, is either blocked, is either stopped from talking, is either gagged. Where is the freedom of speech? We are saying no to the time for, this is the time for ceasefire, and prosecutors should look at these people. Prosecutors should look at these people, the Prime Minister of Israel, the War Minister, and the President. Prosecutors should look at these individuals because what they are doing, they're perpetrating a crime against humanity. No one of us is supporting the Hamas for killing the Jews or people in Israel. We are condemning Hamas, but we cannot say that Hamas's terrorism should be equated with the same terrorism done in Gaza. If Hamas is wrong, two wrongs may not make a right. We will never make a right. Now, please show us all this. Let us have a look at more images, please. We are saying ceasefire. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. People are saying ceasefire. People are saying ceasefire all over the world, including British Jews demanding freedom and equality for Palestinians. And I'm here to remind you that people in Palestine, just like people in Israel, demand justice, demand peace, demand fairness, demand love. And this business of saying you are anti-Semitic because we talk about these things, you are telling a lie. I've just shown you a map that actually many people in Africa are Semites. Many people in Africa are Semitic. So it's not exclusively for people in Israel. Now, look at the unity that is happening. Look at the unity that has been happening between Palestinians and Israelis. They have been having unity. This is the unity we want to see back in Gaza, back in Palestine, back in Israel. We want to see peace. We want to see unity. That's why we come here on Humans TV Africa and we say, please, can we have peace? You don't need to be a Muslim to stand for Palestine. You just need to be humane. You just need to be human. Need to be a humanist. Be a humanist and stand for Palestine. We are saying stop killing. We are the same people, whether you're a man, woman, homo, heterosexual, Dalit, Brahim, whatever you are, whether you're Caucasian, black man, Asian, all of us are the same. We bleed the same. We are all human beings. We are here to tell you, please value life. Do not kill these people. Spare women, spare children, spare the invalid, spare hospitals, spare mosques, spare churches. Do not bomb these places. Stop killing people in Gaza. We are concluding this show with the last images, of course. We are saying stop killing the people in Gaza. And whatever you are doing is a genocide. I've been defining a genocide. Basically, as a lawyer, I'm telling you that whoever supports IDF to continue bombing the people in Gaza, whoever is funding IDF to continue killing innocent people in Gaza, one day the law will catch up with you. It may take time because they have the power, but one day the law may catch up with you. So the best thing to do is to stop supporting the genocide in Gaza. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep subscribing at Humans TV Africa. Keep watching these and more videos. We are here to inform you, to empower you, to change the paradigm shift on how things are. We are not going to speak what you want to hear. We are going to speak what is right to be talked about. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook page, TikTok page. It is Humans TV Africa. Thank you so much, Bayan. Thank you so much, Brian Kabeko in Kenya, for producing this show. And of course, contact us. Our email is there. Our website is right there, humanstvafrica.com, the website. See you in the next one.